Okay, here we've applied the fade color. We have a nice even coverage. I'm real happy with this fade. Now it's the time to apply the badges. In my case, I use a decal style badge, the Gonzo Performance Drums logo. And I had this cut by a local sign shop. They did a really nice job on them. One thing to keep in mind here is when they cut this out, it was crooked, so I cut it level, so when I put that on there I can get it leveled up correctly. Before you apply these decals, I would highly suggest that you wash your hands real good. You don't want to get any of the oils from your skin on the shell, if at all possible. You definitely want to minimize that, because I have seen oily thumbprints bubble up and blister. Not that it's real severe, but you can see them if you happen to do that. You're real sweaty. So make sure you clean your hands before you begin. For those guys that are building two kick drums, which this is the case here, my other kick drum, I had to get it out, and I want the badge in the same location. So I measured the other kick drum, and my badge to the bottom starts 6 inches from the top, the front actually. And on my drums, the purple is going to be on the outside, the black is going to be towards the drummer. And what we did here is we marked it 180 degrees from the seam, and I mark it over here on this part of the shell. So this is the top. Now, since the purple is going to be facing outside, your badge is going to have to go on upside down. So I measured mine on the inner kick drum, and from the bottom of the badge to the edge of this bearing edge was 6 inches. So what I want to do here is measure down 6 inches, and I'm going to place this piece of tape right there. Try to get it straight, so we know that's the bottom of the badge. Okay, now we've established that, it's time to peel back the backing, and you see our mark right here for the top. We'll just peel this back. You want to try not to touch the decal itself, if at all possible, and make sure every letter comes off. And the biggest problem with my logo is the USA at the bottom has a very small period after the U, after the S, and after the A. And luckily, those are coming off. But you get the idea. You just want to peel that off nice and slow. Easy. Now I can see here on the end, one of the horns is trying to come off incorrectly. So I'm going to move this around to this side and work my way up in order to avoid that. And it looks like I successfully got that off. So here we have our logo. That's the sticky side. We're going to go ahead and apply that. Get it good and straight and centered with your line. And once you feel comfortable, you have it straight, you verify all your letters are there. Go ahead and rub it in lightly with your finger. And try not to touch the shell so you don't get that oil from your skin on the shell. You can grab it by the very edge where the tape's at. And you just want to take your finger and heat this up as you're rubbing it with friction, so you can get a good bond with the glue, the adhesive. We can go ahead and take our marker off. And sometimes I'll take a squeegee, something like that, do a little bit of rubbing on it just to push it on there. Try not to get out on the shell so you don't damage your cover coat. And sometimes you can even take your fingernail and push it in real good. These little tiny letters are real critical. Okay, once you think it's all adhered, you go ahead and pull your backing off. Pull it off nice and slow. You want to pull it clear back like this so it rolls off of the decal. I'm just pulling that with my finger. Looks like everything is stuck really good. Just nice and slow and easy. Make sure none of the decal's trying to come off with it. And that's that. Now, this decal is a little bit, it's probably the thickness of a couple coats of clear. So we want to put at least 2 coats of clear on it. Sometimes I put 3 or 4 just to build up the clear in that area considerably. And then we'll apply the 3 to 4 coats on the entire shell. And we're going to put 3 or 4 just to give it enough thickness so later when it does suck up into the wood grain, we got plenty of clear to sand it down slick again. So I just lay it down flat with the badge up. That way we have a flat surface to get a good thick coat of clear on without it running. You don't want any runs in it. So I got this little device here. We're just going to set the shell on it. Like so. And then we're going to put a few coats of clear on that badge. Okay, here we have the badge installed. We have the shell laying horizontal. This is so we can put 3 to 4 full wet coats on the badge only. And the first coat, I'm going to put it right here on the badge. And then the second coat, I might go out just a little more to try to level that out. So I'm not going to show you every coat, but I'm going to put 3 to 4 full wet coats on just the badge only before we stand it back up to apply the 3 to 4 full wet coats on the entire shell.
Giggity giggity, giggity goo. Stick around.